My friend is having an affair. We plan to tell her husband. Am I the a-hole? I've known Anna since we were in high school. We are part of a group of 5. We hang out as families for Christmas, birthdays, Easter, everything. It has been like this for over 10 years. My partner Greg is good friends with Anna's husband, Darren. Anna recently told me she is having an affair with one of their family friends, who is also Darren's sister's ex-partner. At the time, I remained non-judgmental and supportive. Once the information set in and I realized how disloyal and gross the whole situation is, my sense of justice and moral compass came into play. Darren is a good man. Anna says he is a wonderful father and husband, but she just doesn't feel the connection with him anymore despite faking it the last 6 months to keep her secret under wraps. I knew keeping this from my husband Greg may backfire on me if he found out I also hid the secret, so I ended up telling him. He was shattered for his mate Darren, and it is eating at him. Now I have told Anna that my husband knows. She's pissed at me for the betrayal, expecting me to take it to my grave. She knows my husband and Darren are catching up soon, and Greg plans to tell him. Anna has not asked for a separation because they have an overseas trip coming up in October. She has told me financially that she can't leave. Keeping in mind, she regularly gets expensive treatments like Botox and taking roids to have her look her best. We want to tell Darren about her affair in 2 weeks. Will we be the a-holes? Side note, some have asked why we are waiting. Greg works far away from home. He is home in 2 weeks, but due to the nature of the conversation, it should be in person. My husband knows Darren will be very upset, possibly angry, and wants to be here to support him in those initial moments. I feel like I should also mention there are kids involved, so getting a divorce isn't that straightforward. Do you guys think we should tell him via text sooner? Update. Let's clear some things up. They have always had separate bank accounts. They do not join money and never have specifically because of how she spends money. They both work and put in a percentage of how much they earn into the home. She does not have access to his money and will not be able to clean it out in the 2 weeks. I know for a fact he keeps a very close eye on the credit cards. While we were away and she was buying unnecessary things like clothing, she made sure to only use her card, not the credit. She says he will question her about it. Ain't they're trying to pay off the house and save for the trip to Bali. We are in Australia, and laws are different. Things will more than likely be 50-50 financially. Greg can't quickly fly or drive back from work. It's a 13-hour drive one way and $600 plane fare. He is FIFO and cannot leave until RANDR begins. While we all live in the same state, Australia is pretty damn big. She told me directly, she would want the kids to be 50-50. Anna has never liked kids, and while she loves her own, I think the thought of having them full-time sounds like a walking nightmare to her. The person she is having an affair with has lunch with her locally sometimes while she is on lunch break from work. They have run into acquaintances multiple times. He comes for family dinner twice a week. The kids have caught Anna sitting on his lap before while Darren is not home. He comes over when Darren is on night shift, while the kids are in the home. Anna has apparently been able to cover up by telling the kids she does his injections and that it's private, so she administered them behind locked doors. He is also on roids and she is a nurse. Darren did ask if though she was cheating back in January due to her drive suddenly becoming very heightened. At the time I thought it was because of a recent surgery she had. I don't think it will be too hard to convince him, and I'd say he has an inkling already, as Anna has said over the past few months he has become possessive and jealous. For obviously reasons, the family trip planned in October is with another family friend and their family for the husband's 40th birthday. They have split activities, accommodation, etc. I think we do need to keep in mind that Darren may choose to stay and work it out. In this case, Greg and I will be put in a very awkward position and possibly be removed from the group, which I am okay with, but a little bit disheartened at the thought of losing people I've spent the last 20 years with. We have moved the meet up to the day Greg flies in Tuesday. If he was flying home sooner, it would have been done sooner. While it's shits I've had to sit on the info guys, by the time we confront him I will have been told exactly 2 weeks and 3 days. Greg and I agree, in person will be best for this particular friend. Let's hope this all ends well.